My schedule today has been crazy, so I'm sorry. I have a visitor, and then I was like, I'm going to do the live. I'm not going to do the live. What time I'm going to do the live? And here I am. So I'm here. Is anybody out there? Satnam, good to see you. Jerry, I don't know if you guys jumped on or off but I'm here. Hopefully notifications are working today. Today I'm talking about part 3, confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Confidence versus arrogance. Do you know the distinctions? Just going to start a poll here. It's going to go on mute as I do this. Hold on. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here on a Sunday. I'm going to wait about 5 minutes to see who joins, and then I'm just going to get to it. I'm just going to do it. Going to say what I have to say about confidence and arrogance, and this is obviously coming from an energetic perspective. This is being in sync. This is being in alignment. Hey, Peter. Good to see you. Hi, Eric. Hey. Good to see you. Good to see you guys here in the chat. Today's going to be a different topic perspective on confidence, and I hope you guys brought your open mind to today's viewing of confidence versus arrogance. Do you know the distinctions? And today I'm going to share a different approach to gaining more confidence, and it's going to build on part 1 and part 2 because that's what we're doing here. And yesterday there was a question about confidence and overconfidence, and I thought that's worthy of part 3. So today, what did I do? I'm just going to tell you my day starts off with meditation. Then I go on to the bike. And then I go on to into the sauna. And then I go into the cold plunge. And then I start to get ready for the day. And today I had the pleasure of one of my clients coming by to visit. So that was pretty, I haven't seen him in years. So it was pretty neat. Maybe he'll make a showing. He's out there talking to my husband right now. We shall see. But today, confidence. Who wants more confidence? More confidence comes from clarity. When we have clarity, we become more confident. When we understand that confidence isn't at all what you think, don't be fooled. Hey, Jerry. Notifications work. Thank you for letting me know. I know some people are getting them, some people aren't. I'm glad that you got it, Jerry, because today was inspired from yet another beautiful comment from you. So thank you. So yesterday you asked about the difference between confidence and overconfidence. And I use the word arrogance. And so we're going to talk about that today. So do you know the distinctions of arrogance and confidence is in the polls? So I'm just going to wait until we get at 5 minutes and then I will go. I have my my fancy glasses that I can't see. Hey, Sailor's Life, let's just chat. How did yesterday's taking 100% responsibility activity go for you all? We'll start with that as I try and clean my glasses. Somebody's asking me my opinion about the fight. I think that was one of the biggest marketing bonanzas we've seen in boxing history. I don't think anything more about that it was a mass marketing, and that is, you see a lot of people that are into mass marketing. We all get marketed to, but do we all buy into what we're being marketed to? I don't think so. Mick says it was a disgrace. I mean, I just think, why is this old guy who's clearly look like he could hurt some, hurt this guy, and he's not getting hurt? And then I did understand that somewhere in the contract, I didn't read the contract, there was that Mike Tyson's not allowed to knock this guy out. Anyways. Flame guy, any supplementations you take for an elderly age? Are you saying I'm elderly? I take all kinds of supplements. I take all kinds of herbs. Not because I'm elderly, but because I believe in health. 58-year-old man against a 20. I mean, right? Clarity as a way to confidence. Yes, Peter. Yes. All right, so we're 6 minutes in. I'm just going to go ahead and start. All right, y'all. So confidence versus arrogance. And I thought, really going, you're knowing versus knowing it all, right? Arrogance, those people know it all. Confidence is a feeling, right? It's not a thinking. And arrogance is a thinking. It's a very much focused on thinking. Confidence is more open. Arrogance is more closed. And there you have it. Okay, flame guy, we're not talking about how I look, so I'm just going to take a time and put you out. Okay, now I'm not going to be distracted by this ridiculousness. Okay, so confidence versus arrogance. It's really your feeling versus your thinking. And so then we have this thing called the personality. And the personality is a matrix. Now, I know a lot of people don't know how this all works, and you don't need to know how it all works, but you can understand yourself enough to know that you can be flexible in your personality should you choose to be. That's where conscious choice comes in, right? When you really do not pay attention to how you are, you will have the same behaviors all the time. And then you'll notice, like, hey, that doesn't really work all the time. So there's this thing called the personality matrix, and it's connected to the soul, and the soul is a matrix. These are all aspects of your multi-dimensional beingness, okay? You are a multi-dimensional being, and you have aspects and technologies, let's just say, of that multidimensionalness. So when you are asking the question that comes from part 1 of this video series on confidence, and you're asking the question, who am I? Somehow that should be integrated into who am I? Because we are physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual beings. And when you understand that, the personality matrix then does not have to be, hey Satnam, good to see you. The personality matrix does not have to be fixed, y'all. It does not have to be fixed. That means that the more flexible you are, the more open you will become. The more open you are, the more flexible you will be. So this is where confidence comes in, because confidence is more than just being confident in one aspect. It's knowing who you are. There are many matrices. There's not just one matrix. Why would you think there is just one matrix? There's multiple matrices, and it's a series of overlapping layers, dimensions, aspects. It depends on what perspective you're looking at the matrix from. But if we look at it just from an energetic perspective, it's frequencies flowing through different rates, different speeds, different perspectives. That's a matrix, right? It's not one-dimensional, it's multi-dimensional. So depending on where you're looking at the matrix from, it's going to vary from your perspective. Now, when you are confident, and you're truly confident in who you are, you have what's called an amplification. And that amplifies out into your field, right? And this is how people perceive confidence. I hope this makes sense. So when you are perceiving what you see as confident and arrogant, that will be based on what you know yourself to be, because everything that you see is an aspect reflecting back to you. So, there you have it. Short and simple today, but dense in its complexity. So, when you are taking full responsibility for everything, you go into this aspect of your multi-dimensional being of co-creation. When you are fully understanding that you are a co-creator of absolutely everything, then you have what's called empowerment. When you are feeling more empowered, you will align more to the sensing and knowing of your true aspects of confidence, alignment, truth. These are all frequencies. I let my old job, egotistical and arrogant to people. Boy, I wish I'd go back and right the wrongs. And here you can, Jerry, because everything is healed from the present moment. So you don't have to go and talk to those people, although if it's possible, you could. However, what's most important is that you are gathering the learning of who you used to be and how that didn't really serve your soul. Because we are supposed to learn. We're not supposed to be totally corrected in everything that we do. We learn every single day and grow and evolve. And I talked about evolution yesterday, because when we are taking full responsibility, we evolve at a much higher, faster rate. And it's not about controlling how we evolve. It's about knowing that that's our purpose here. Our purpose here is to evolve. Our purpose is to grow. Our purpose is to learn more about our knowingness, to know who we are. So we can be more amplified in our light. Our inner light will shine when we know who we are. And what you know of who you are will change as you grow and change. And it will become more clear. So going back to what Peter said so eloquently as he reflected it, is that when you have confidence, you have greater clarity. When you have clarity, you have greater confidence. These two go together. They're not separate. They are a partnership, right? But part of being confident and part of having clarity is having a willingness to see, have a willingness to know. Like I asked somebody a question last night, they responded this morning, and they said, oh, Kiana, they said it in a very nice way, there's a part of you that doesn't want to see. And I thought, oh, shit. Oops, sorry. I said, that's true. I didn't want to see some aspect that was really true. And so I took that information and I was able to take it into my workout and really root myself in my presence. Because as we go into presence, and this goes back to Jerry saying, I wish I could have been different. It's not about wishing, it's about knowing. Knowing that the difference is the learning from the past into the now moment. This is where we expand. You can't expand the past from the past. You can only expand the past from your presence. Hope that helps. Okay, so let me see what questions you have. Today's going to be a fairly short video, but I wanted to come on here because I'm so committed to this series. We're so close, 50 more videos or so. Eric, Jerry, Peter, Sailor's Life, thank you so much. Satnam, am I saying it right? Mick, you guys are awesome. Somebody, ABC, is asking me about ridiculous marketing stuff. And let me tell you, do you know how many marketers come to me from watching these YouTubes saying how poorly marketed I am? Because I don't market. I don't believe it. You either resonate or you don't. And this channel isn't for everybody. This is not a mass marketing channel. I'm not one of those. Okay. Clarity is a way of confidence. Yes, it is. Pray for me, health. Okay, Eric, sending prayers your way for sure. May you be fully connected to your heart and able to be in the present moment. That's where healing occurs. Eric, I pray for you to have that knowingness. Hey, Tanner. How does your multi-dimension work? It works just fine. Satnam, thank you. I've been really listening to you and I feel very confident. Okay. I don't know what that means. Mahir says he's suffering from trauma for 4 years. Well, I'm so sorry for that. You will find a ton of videos on here that will help you to realign. Because trauma, we all have traumas, right? We are here on this earth. You have a trauma of some sort. And if you're not healing, you are suffering. So suffering is a choice. So choose to get yourself out of the situation. You are not locked into it when you are able to go into the present moment. And there's so many videos here that could help you. A car says, you're incredible. Thank you. Somebody says, self-confidence is grounded in realistic and positive appreciation of one's abilities. Potentially, while arrogance stems from an overestimation of one's self and disregard for others. Interesting. I obviously don't necessarily agree, but I appreciate your perspective. Because you're saying that self-confidence is grounded in realistic and positive appreciation of one's abilities. One might also make the leap that that is also saying that confidence is related to knowing. So we might be in agreement there. I'm not sure. Cavish, a girl cheated on me. Should I take revenge by exposing, hey, I front all of everybody? Why? That sounds like a very immature, emotionally immature thing to do. But I understand that we have thoughts that are often very hurtful and harmful to others. If you are hurt, you're hurt. But why would you want to lash out and hurt other people? That's just keeping the loop going. You want to grow from your situations, not have to repair yourself from damage. That's what I would say. She does not have the ability, Cavish is saying, she destroyed my mental health. She did not have that power. You would have to give her the power to destroy you. Nobody has that power unless you give it to them. So go out of agreement with that. You are the one who is the director and co-creator of every experience in your life. Ooh, Ankash is here. Ankash is a deep thinker and sharer. Thank you for being here. He's saying confidence exudes poise and garners respect. Arrogant radiates hubris, and you also have a very nice vocabulary, and craves a validation. Confidence fathers growth. Arrogance stifles it. Beautifully written. I said confidence is open before you got here, and I said arrogance is more closed. But you said it much more beautifully. You know, confidence really is everything that you just said. I agree. We are in agreement. Peter, the past can be an excellent teacher. Look, yes, I agree, Peter. Yes, the past has a purpose. What that purpose is, sometimes you won't even know until you're transitioning, right? And when I say transitioning, I mean transitioning out of the physical into the non-physical. And then you will go through this process called a life review. Now, if you're very fortunate and on the spiritual path, you will do this life review because it's part of the spiritual journey, and you get to go back and heal yourself. That's what we're here to do, is heal yourself. You can't take away what other people have done. You can't change that, but you can change how you perceive what you are seeing other people may have done. It's very bright in here today. Can you tell? I don't know if you guys know, I have skylights on the roof, and they come through different times of the day. Okay, Jerry, Peter, brilliant, yes. Hello, Dubai. Peter's saying you don't need to beat yourself up for not knowing something or seeing or noticing it, right? And if I remember, Jerry, you are a part of the military. And so when people go into the military or any government agency, they have this thing called indoctrination, INDOC. And every organization has an INDOC. And I don't know, I believe the medical might call it something else. But there's an indoctrination of a way of being. And a lot of those organizations are dependent on people being a particular way, taking on a certain persona in order to do their particular task or job. And if you are on the front lines, for example, your persona will be, and personality will be exemplified for one way. And yet, like I would see people who were not at sea and then come back and they have what's called shore duty, and the shore duty, their persona is different. Why? Because we have a personality matrix. Now, there are some personalities that get exasperated to be overinflated in the ego. That is purposeful, and it is part of disconnecting people from their heart, because if they were connected to their heart, more often than not, they would not do what they're being asked to do. That is no judgment in it. It is, we are all have our own individual paths here. Mine is to help people grow in alignment physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And part of that is to reconcile some of those life lessons that we have that have gone So everybody here knows the distinctions. That's almost everybody. It's beautiful. And so we need to really understand that when we're learning, we get to re-identify who we really want to be. So if you know who you are, then you look at who are you becoming in alignment with who you are. So there has to be alignment always. But beating yourself up, and I have many clients that I would say they bring together, hit themselves with a metaphorical 2x4 over the head, and they would beat themselves up. That inner violence is an attack on the self. We don't want to do that. That goes against all of the natural laws. We're not here to beat ourselves up physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. We're here to learn and grow. And we do that through greater awareness, greater alignment, being in service to ourselves, like honoring ourselves, and honoring being in service to others. Like, I really see many of you who are sharing meaningful content in the comments as helping humanity as well. And this is what we're here to do. WD is saying life is suffering, learn it, live it, love it. And that's a belief that many people have. I have many friends that have that belief. I don't have that. It's just not what I believe we're here to do. But I do think that we are here to see things that are quite uncomfortable, to learn things that go against what we think, and to grow and evolve so our soul can expand. Your quantum reality, welcome back. I believe the experience you have in life mold the person you turn into. The experiences generally increase confidence. I think what we do with our experiences determines a lot. But it also is formidable to our belief system. And those of us who choose not to challenge what we've been taught, who choose not to challenge how we've been conditioned, will suffer. There is a true suffering that will happen when you don't challenge what you believe, because you have been lied to. I have been lied to. We have been lied to, and we believe lies, and the more we believe them, the more we go down a road of suffering. So I would say, WD, your suffering is a relationship directly correlated to what you believe. Sat Nam, thank you for your prayers. TA, I don't know about my favorite movie. There's a TV show called The OA, which I really enjoy, but I don't have a favorite movie. I have favorite sayings. Progress, not perfection, right? Hello, Himalayas. We are doing a discussion about confidence, and it's the third in a series. I look so 1990s. I just think the comments about my appearance are such a waste of time. Okay, she's 23, I'm 25. I'm from the past 5 years, she's been with 8 to 10 guys. Well, so you stayed with the person. So you went, okay, Kavish stayed in a relationship with a girl for 5 years, of which you know that she's been with other people throughout that time. So your lesson here is what? What are you learning? Your learning is about you, not her. She's doing what she's doing. You're doing what you're doing. Learn from it. Rakesh is saying relationship is all about supporting each other, not transactional things. It depends on what kind of agreements you have. There are many relationships that are business agreements. There are many relationships that work on tick for tack and exchanges. It depends on what you believe and what you are aligned with. So Rakesh, you might have a different idea about relationship being about supporting, but then maybe you're in a relationship with somebody that doesn't have that same alignment. So what does that mean? You're going to have some conflicts. Relationships are happening all the time. Yes, I have skylight. The skylights are making it hard for me to, it's causing a lot of reflections in here. Confidence is manifested where arrogance once ruled. Ooh, beautiful, Charles. It's like having a landmines in your own territory. Beautiful. That's a different description. I enjoy that. I like seeing how other people think. I have at least 3 people in my head. We converse daily. 3 people. Maybe 3 different personality aspects. We have different kinds, right? We have all different kinds of aspects. Ankash, from my deeper understanding, I wanted to know your thoughts on how you differentiate being genuinely confident and veiled arrogance, especially highly accomplished individuals. Okay. You're asking my opinion here on genuine confidence, and I can tell you, and you're asking about highly accomplished individuals, which would be a perspective, right? Because I've worked with multi-millionaires, I've worked with organizational CEOs who have who manage billion-dollar budgets, and a lot of people would see them as highly accomplished individuals. However, to me, my measure of accomplished is more holistic in nature, not so much by one's career, although I know our society really admires success and you know, they certainly work to get to those positions. So what I will say is that confidence has absolutely nothing to do with a position of authority. Confidence doesn't have anything to do with arrogance. I think veiled arrogance, I've seen men in very strong positions of authority and get more arrogant about holding the right spot at a table than really having true influence over the collective that they were supposed to be leading. So I think it can be quite confusing the way that you're asking the question, to be honest, and maybe I'm delivering it in a way that's confusing as well. So I'm just going to say that I don't think that genuine confidence is always linked to people who are highly accomplished by society's means. I think people who, and I'm thinking of somebody right now who I think is genuinely confident. And when I think of this person, they don't meet the standards of our society as accomplished individuals. She is a mother of many, several children. She owns a business. She is a diligent, strong person, and she is genuine in every sense that I have experienced, and very confident, and also probably one of the most humble people I've ever encountered. And with that said, you know, is she highly accomplished in the material world? Maybe. I don't even know. Is she very accomplished in the spiritual world? She has gifts that I have seen and experienced that I haven't met anybody else have. So it just depends on what you're talking about. I hope that helps your question, Ankash. I think it's really interesting because I've worked with an admiral for many years that had, and the reason why I saw him is because he is such a weak speaker. And I that's how I encountered him. And so I emailed his office saying, you know, I'd really like to help this guy because he needs to grow in a way that he has not. And people are talking and perceiving him in a way that's not helpful to the organization. And may I have an opportunity to help him? And I did. I worked with him for many, many years. And I got feedback from other people who saw him, who knew that I worked with him, and they said, well, I could see the difference between him now and a year ago. He's definitely made progress because he knew more about who he was and how to express that in a way that connected with people in a more meaningful way. Was that because of the work with me? It was because we had a partnership to work together to have a greater impact on the organization. The way he was doing it before was just not going to have the legacy that he was interested in. So my way in to work with this person was through the ego, right? The imbalance of the ego, knowing at the root that he really wanted to make a difference and he wanted to make a positive impact. And I knew I could help him do that. And he did do that. He established a legacy that's still here today, almost 20 years later. So there you go. Jerry is saying arrogant people are shallow. What I would say is, Jerry, oftentimes people who have arrogance just don't know the depth of the possibilities and potentials of their own depth. So to say that they're shallow, I would just say is that they might just be ignorant. They may just not know, but they think they know because the ego goes into a protection mode. Usually the overinflated ego is overinflated because there's some type of wounding that has not been addressed. It can be addressed, but it doesn't always get addressed. So with the lack of addressing it, the ego just gets more out of balance. So arrogance is just really an out of balance perspective, right? It's an out of balance way of being. Your quantum reality is saying when traveling, you put a point on the map and then you figure out how to get there. Why not do the same in your life? Touche. A lot of people don't know where to put that point, and they put that point usually on a dollar figure, usually on a career choice. And as you know, those things are not what drives joy and happiness or confidence. Can you elaborate on the difference between confidence and overconfidence, per se, your view? Well, I think I already did that. Charles is saying CEO, KSI, he is a big deal, you know. Thank you for the comment. I took a lot of brain cells on the landmine thing. I need to lie down. I'm dizzy. Roland is saying, can you give me some tips on how to relieve heartache? Breathe, conscious breath into your heart. Francisco, don't waste time. What about cleaning your home? Oh, headache. Headache is constriction. Usually headache, more often than not, has to do with you want to get some good salt, and also have salt, and make sure you're having, what do you call it, electrolytes. That would help. But usually headaches are a lot of dehydration and improper nutrition, so I would look at those things. If you have chronic headaches, I would look at parasites. Mick is saying, usually people don't like that they've been damaged somewhere along their life. Oh, I'm saying it wrong. See, Mick, I read it incorrectly. Usually people like that have been damaged somewhere along life. Yeah. Well, who hasn't had something? Heartache, it's just always how are we perceiving it? And a lot of people don't want to go get their lessons. They don't want to learn. They don't want to change. They don't want to address things. And, they're not aligned to their authentic self. And our business is not to align them. It's to how are we aligned to our authentic self? How am I aligned to my authentic self? Every day. So what questions do you guys have? Was this helpful about confidence versus arrogance? Okay, I'm at the end of questions here. Okay, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, it looks like I have answered all of the questions. Quantum reality, yes. And I am going to jump off this call today. Yes, a mini-series has been helpful. I love it, a mini-series, I love it. Yes, I am married, happily married. And I am going to jump off of this video for today. I appreciate you all joining me for this mini-series, as Jerry has called it. And I appreciate you joining me every day. And tomorrow will be another video on a different topic, not confidence. I think this mini-series is done. Do you guys agree? Unless there's an aspect of confidence that we need to address. That I haven't. I think I gave some ways in which we can. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Ankash. Thank you. I appreciate your feedback, and I love that you comment on my videos after you have watched them. Thank you so much. Okay, y'all. So I will see you tomorrow, somewhere between 12 and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Topic will be different. This is the Being in Sync 366 video series. Tomorrow, I don't know what the topic will be tomorrow. I'll see how I feel and then I'll feel into it. Please put on your notifications if you're new here. And stage 3 series, yes. Okay, you all have a great day. Happy Sunday. See you tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you, Sailor's Life. I really want to hear your thoughts, so let me know how taking responsibility for 24 hours worked out for you. Anybody who did the exercise, send me a message or leave me a comment on yesterday's. I want to know, and that might inspire tomorrow's video. How did the exercise from yesterday go for taking responsibility for 24 hours? And if you didn't do it yesterday, you have today to engage. All right, y'all? I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.